Namaste, salam, and peace. So, in this video, I want to talk about I want to talk about the problem with the modern world. So, what is the problem with the modern world? And the thing is, we live in a world in a very strange world today. We live in a world where we have we could potentially go extinct because of our own actions as a species on a planet. We could go extinct, and but then we are so divided. We have divided ourselves on like arbitrary lines based on religion, class, race, caste, nationality, so on and so forth. They're like innumerable divisions, and like these divisions have only proliferated in the 21st century. And it's like we need something so different. We need inspiration. We kind of need to go beyond what limits us today. And so the whole point is that like what is the problem with the world today. And so the problem with the world today, like you know is summed up e- exceptionally well by Milton, who said that that all the people of God were prophets, and to which William Blake said, "Oh, that all the children of God were prophets and poets." So the problem is not like we've lost our ethics, or like we've earlier we were so amazingly connected to nature, and now look, we are disconnected from nature. Or there was a time when we were closely knit. We lived in closely knit communities, and now we've lost community. So it's like we could kind of there's a lot of like assessment on what the problem is. But the problem is that why aren't why aren't we all, in a certain sense, saints? Why should there just be one Francis of Assisi, one Ramana Maharishi, one, like, Saint Teresa? Why is there just like one person that way? Why is that not the absolute quest of humanity? And so therein lies the problem. So it's not like technology is bad for us or good for us, whatever. But then it's like what is preventing us from being the best versions of ourselves, being like what, like as Blake said, prophets and poets. Why isn't everybody creative? In the sense, by creative, I'm not saying that everybody has to be a poet or an artist. By creativity is just being eh, your who you are as a singularity. Like everybody is, we are all humans. Yeah, that's general. Like, and then animals are animals, and we are whatever. But then there is, in humanity, there is this ability to be, like s- express our uniqueness. So but then we regress to a point of sameness, that we don't want to express our singularity. We don't want to say that there is never there was never someone like me, and there's never going to be someone like me. And so that is a very courageous quest. To be oneself is to be courageous. Like we really need to stand up, ontologically, to be ourselves. So now what happens is the lack of that ability to kind of rise and be creative has led to a world where we see the world as problem. We see the world in relation to problems that need to be solved. And we are trained, like like Saint Augustine, he said once that if you're bad at math or something, the whole society would look down upon you. It's like I wasn't really, I mean, only now I'm like kind of interested in math a little bit. But then when I was growing up, it was such a bore, like science and math. And I was like like the like not well respected, because I mean, nobody would take me seriously in my family circle because I was not really good at math or science. But then, like if someone were to lose their souls, it's like nobody would care. Nobody would care if you're, like if you want to be a businessman, or if you want to be, you know, like potentially exploitative. Nobody would tell you not to be that. In fact, people would encourage you to be, oh, go do your MBA, be an analyst or whatever. But then nobody would, care about what that means. But then if you can't do that, if you're like a sensitive soul of some sort, then everybody's going to be like on your case. Why aren't you successful or whatever? So it's like we have come to a point in like society, in terms of our culture, where what really matters is not you being a saint or whatever, an artist, a creator, but then conformity and success at some level is what really matters. And it's like, if we were not a part of that world, then we don't really matter in this world. So it's like we can live in another world. We can create another world. We can create another world, a world of peace, a world filled with gentleness, creativity, beauty in whose face we worship, we fall down, we cry, we can fall in love, and we can we can live beautiful, amazing lives. But we choose not to. We just like choose not to. So it's like, anyway. So the problem with the modern world is not too much of technology, or like lack of community, or lack of whatever. But then the problem with modern life is that we have chosen not to become creative. We have kind of killed our creativity, and in its place we've created a world of necessity. We have created a world of objects. We've created a world where we have to like struggle to survive, and we have kind of lost our core values. So that's what Nietzsche was like. He spoke about a revaluation of all values. So in a sense, it's like an indirect criticism of the modern world. So it's like it's a problem of it's a crisis of values. It's a crisis of who we are. And yeah, so that's where I'd like to end my rant. Thank you.